Hey everybody, Chief Meteorologist Brad Panovich here. Non-weather related post today. We're talking about the total lunar eclipse coming up Sunday night into Monday morning. Now, barring any clouds, we should have a spectacular view here in the Carolinas. Now, this is not super rare. We get about 2 of these per year. In fact, there's another one coming up in November. Now, it won't be total for us, but it'll be pretty close. That'll be more for the western U.S. Here's the basic timings. I'm going to show you this quickly, but then I'll show you what it could look like using Stellarium software I use a lot to kind of give an idea of what the night sky looks like. But the partial eclipse will start around 10:27 p.m. Sunday night. It will become maximum eclipse around 12:11 a.m., which is technically Monday morning. So Sunday night into Monday morning. But if you want to head out there for the total eclipse part, I highly recommend around 11:30 p.m. to about 1 a.m. That's going to be the best of this. And it will give that kind of blood moon you hear about. It's not really a blood moon, but the reason it gets that name is it gets kind of an orangish red color because you're getting the earth shine light to go back towards the moon, and that's the only thing reflecting off the surface. So it gives it kind of a reddish orange hint or hue or tint. It looks really cool. Honestly, I got up for the one last year that happened about 1:30 in the morning, and it was really cool to see it in that kind of orangish shade. Now, we need clear skies. That's the key part. So weather-wise, it's still a little early to know. As we get closer to Sunday, I'm optimistic right now that this nor'easter upper low will be out of the way, but stay tuned for the weather forecast. That's going to be key. And the key part here is about the weather. Remember, it only needs to be clear for a couple hours or a couple minutes during peak to see it. It doesn't have to be clear the whole time because, as you can see, this thing starts at 9:30 and goes to almost 3 a.m. So you just need some breaks in the clouds during that time period. So let's take a look at this. So this is Sunday night. I made the moon 7 times bigger, so this is not to scale, but I wanted to show you what it looked like. So I'm going to move my head basically up here in the corner for a second. So you can see this is the southeast sky. This is for Charlotte, but it'll look the same for all of the Carolinas. So I'm going to play this, and this is right after sunset. So I'm going to speed this up a little bit, and you'll see the time at the bottom here. Let me slow it down just a hair. You could see the moon rising in the southeast sky. It's not going to be very high in the sky for an eclipse, kind of low. I think the maximum during the eclipse is only going to be like 38 or 39 degrees. And if you're curious what 38, 39 degrees looks like, we can pop up the grid here. Let me pop up the grid real quickly. And you can see this line is 10 degrees, this is 20 degrees, and this is 30 degrees. So the horizon obviously is 0, straight above your head is 90. So this gives you an idea roughly what that looks like. So I'll speed this up a little more. The time here is around 10 o'clock. Remember, it peaks around 12:11, excuse me. So I'll start this when you start to see the first shades of darkening on the southwest side of the moon there. You'll see, I'm gonna play this a little quicker, right around 10:30 p.m. Watch as it starts to get that first shadow, and then you'll see the second shadow, which is the main shadow that will move over the moon and make it that reddish orange. And kind of give it that blood moon feel to it. So here we are getting closer to about 11 p.m. And again, I sped this up. This is not real time. Look at where we are in the sky, south-southeast. So due south is right here. Watch the shadow. Here we are. We're getting close to about 11:10 p.m., getting close to midnight. I'll zoom in a little bit closer here. And you can see right here, getting close, getting close. Here comes the full eclipse. And it peaks right about 12:11, but you can see it's going to get that bloodish moon shade to it. And I'm going to stop this one when we get to peak here. So it's coming up. Stop this at 12:11 a.m. Coming up here. We'll speed it up just a hair. Right there. We'll back it up just a hair. Let me back it up to about peak. So this will be peak right here. And so that's what it'll look like. And just to give you some orientation of where that is in the sky, I'll put up the grid again. So here's 30 degrees, so just above 30 degrees. Looks like it's roughly 32 degrees, 33.6 maybe above the horizon. Okay, so let's speed this back up, and I'll show you what it looks like for the rest of the night after the peak. We'll go through time. So here we are, southeast. Here's southwest. You can see the shadow goes away, and the moon is back out, and it'll be a full moon. So check it out Sunday night. I will post frequent updates about this. It should be a very spectacular view. If you get a chance, head out there to see this. I think it is going to be an amazing show. It's always worth checking these out if you can get the kids out there, because that kind of orange red shade to it, it's spooky. It looks cool. You can see why ancients often looked at these things and came up with things like the blood moon, because they didn't understand what was going on. So it freaked them out. We know what's going on, and it still is a cool thing to check out.